This is the check-in right here, Ritmo Cultura, Rhythm and Culture. It's your boy DC, man, and I got none other than super producer, platinum producer, facts, Frankie P, man. What's goody,
What's
bro?
goody, DC?
Yo, man, congrats, man. We just got news. I saw on your Instagram that you're platinum, your first platinum
Wow.
plaque, your
No,
first platinum
crazy.
placement.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I can't even believe it myself, bro. And that's all the way out in Italy. So it's like the brands is just growing globally. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful, bro.
No, that's amazing, man. I mean that's cool because I mean you got hip hop records, you got world records,
Right.
you got it's a variety of music that you could make. You're not putting yourself in a box,
Right.
which is dope, and we're gonna talk about that. But what I like to do in these interviews, I like to like dive into like sometimes of the beginning of times of Frankie P.
Right.
Dominicano, Ecuadoriano parents, NYC.
Sure.
So that I mean Latino,
That's
Afro
crazy.
Latino, New York. So talk to me about that, like, growing up in NYC as a kid and what inspired you to hop on and start making beats?
Yeah, bro. Really, it's just the overall culture out here, bro. Like you're almost like just engulfed in it. Like like wherever you go, you're gonna hear cars blasting fucking whether it's bachata or hip hop or merengue. Like you're just constantly around it. You know what I mean? So my pops was heavy into soul as well. He used to collect a lot of CDs and records. So just the combination of all that stuff, man, and just like going back into like Ecuadorian music, Dominican music, and just finding the little gems, bro. It's just, a culmination of like what I make now, you know what I mean? So I'm just blessed to be able to grab from all of those different, inspirations, man.
Nah, definitely. I mean, I read here that you started making beats for the hometown artists, the local artists, and
Right.
they got some radio placements, so you kind of put on for your hood,
Sure.
for the city, for your people around you. So talk to me about that. Like, what was that feeling like? And
Man.
who were those artists?
So my first record on the radio ever was with my homie named Reynolds. Shout out to Reynolds. Um, Man, I don't. It's really like it's unexplainable, bro. Like to hear your shit on the radio and like
Yeah, Hot
wow,
97 too. That's like iconic.
right. I mean, at that time, because like
Yeah,
streaming wasn't around back then. You know what I mean? So like the goal was always to like hit like Hot 97 and the big radio station. So at that time I must have been maybe 17, 18 years old. You know what I mean? So I'm just grinding, getting beats out, just seeing who's popping in the hood and who's moving and who's worth to work with, because like you can waste a lot of time working with the wrong people, So like as a producer, you really have to have an eye on who's important and who's making noise in the town, you know what I mean? So those stepping stones kind of got me to meeting Ferg and just, just really like making my rounds. But it all started like super local, bro. Like that's really how it started.
no, that's dope because I mean you get to put on for your city. You get to be that
Right.
dude that's like, yeah, I started here and I
Right.
went worldwide and shit. So you know
Facts.
it's amazing. It's a great
It
feeling.
took some years, but we did it, man. You got to just stay consistent and stay on it, and it happens, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Let's take it back a little bit more. What was the first gear you started working with, man? What was your first DAW? Like what's up?
That's a great question, bro. So I originally started with Fruity Loop, right? Like as
Okay.
like everyone else, crack version. But then like once I started getting a little bit more bread and just starting being in tune with the game, like I moved on to the MPC 1000, which is like the
Okay.
little blue joint. You know what it is, right? The blue
Yeah,
joint with the.
yeah.
So I rocked out with that for a while because I was sampling. But the issue was like to load up sounds on that, you have to have it preloaded. You know what I'm saying? So like the creative process kind of slows down. So I rocked out with the MPC for a while, but then I went back to FL just because like the workflow was so much easier. You know what I mean? And I've been rocking with FL ever since. Like I'll record people on Pro Tools and stuff, but you got to just do whatever you're comfortable with, bro. Like Hips, I recorded Ferg on Hips on FL. No plugins, nothing, bro. Like just dry.
Crazy.
Yeah, like in my crib. So, and then you send it out to the engineers and they add the sauce to it. So as long as you have good levels, bro, and creative process is flowing, just whatever works for you is good money.
Nah, man. Hey, FL has become a staple for music
Back.
producers now. People winning Grammys, people getting plaques on FL. So I
That
remember
shit saved
back
a lot of
then.
lives.
I remember back then, everybody used to talk about FL. I'm like,
I don't know
everybody.
why.
I don't know
I
why,
don't,
but now it's like, oh, you on FL?
right.
You on now? So
Yeah. I still got the crack version. I gotta actually buy it soon.
Yo, come on,
With
dog.
other
Come on,
plaques.
dog. Don't tell me you got the waves cracked too. I mean, I do
No
too.
comment. No comment. No comment.
No comment. No comment. Yo, let's talk about that ASAP Ferg record. Move your hips, bro.
Yeah,
So
bro.
you got to record Ferg there. So
Right.
how did that connection happen with you and Ferg?
So that specific day, I'm in the crib working on another session, right? And he hits me. He's like, "Bro, I'm around the way." So I'm like, "Yo, pull up." So him and his cousin Hunter come through, um, and we just start pulling up songs. So we already had Tokyo on the hook with that record. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The hook was already laid down, but no lie, bro, he came to the crib and he did that verse in maybe half an hour, like in and out, 45 minutes tops, bro. Like I don't know what he was doing before he came to the crib, but he just had that energy on him. You know what I mean? They pull up, we recorded it right here, and the rest is history, bro.
Talk to me about when you found out that Nicki Minaj hopped on that.
So I actually I was at that session, bro.
Okay.
So just being in the room, like with these legends, is like what I dreamed about, dogs. Real shit. Like, we did it at what's the studio? Jungle City, which is Swiss Beat Studio.
Okay.
Um, and DJ Clue was there as well. And we pull up. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. It was like after a whole other session. But just to see Nicki go in and do her thing, and like Ferg and her going back and forth, like that shit felt like New York history, bro. Like no lie, like I was just like overwhelmed, just so happy that that shit went down. But so when Clue put the snippet on his live, that's when shit really got crazy, and the barbs just started going crazy like they needed. And the rest, man. But
Man, rest is history, bro. I mean, you
yeah,
got some crazy names on your resume, bro. Meek Mill, Ferg,
right.
Rocky, Minaj, Jid. Bro,
Thank you.
like many more. Like looking back, you
Hmm.
know, and taking me back again to like young Frankie P. What would you tell young Frankie P right now?
I would tell young Frankie P to have patience, and just like stay 10 toes down, which I did. But like this music game, especially for producers, bro, you really have to have patience, and you really have to just stay working on your craft and always be ready for any opportunity in any situation. You got to have your phone loaded up with beats, ready
Yeah,
for the phone call, because that's how it happens. You know what I mean? And you miss the opportunity, and it's gone forever. You know what I mean? So I just stress really have patience, and just be an overall good person, bro. Like just be genuine, be yourself. Like you're gonna come across a lot of dudes that are putting up a facade, man, and like
yeah,
early on to learn to like how to navigate around that. So
definitely. What are some obstacles that you like obviously overcame because you're doing your thing now, but like in the beginning and try to get to where you at right
uh,
now? For anybody that's listening, some producer might be like, "Yo, I can't get over this hump" or whatever, and they might hear this and
right,
be like, "Oh shit, Frankie P went through that too." So, what are those
right,
obstacles that you overcame?
bro. Regular shit like trying to manage a regular job and the music game. That's real. You have to pay rent. You have family. You have kids. So it's like, how do I dedicate all my time to producing and still put food on the table? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And don't be ashamed of that shit, bro. Like you got to make it work. You got to do every producer's story is completely different. Every placement is completely different. It's never going to be the same way. You know what I mean? So managing personal life with business,
yeah,
learning the business when you first start, and trying not to get jerked, getting your right managers, getting your right team together. It's a business, bro. Like this is a real business, and you have to treat it like that.
yeah.
And that only comes with experience. That only comes with fucking up a few times and bumping your head and keeping it going.
Try and error, man. Talk to me about the Frankie P vibe in the studio. So like when you go in making beats, I know a lot
Mhm.
of producers just go and make beats by themselves. Do you like making beats
Right.
by yourselves, or do you like being with the artist?
I like being with the artists, and I've been
Okay.
blessed to be in the room with a lot of people, but it's not always that way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always down to collaborate. I'm always down to just make it work, bro. Like sometimes you have to work with somebody on the other side of the coast and you can't link, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to send the files through. You just got to, you know, your communication got to be right. You just got to be on point, you know?
Right. Talk to me about the creation process. Like, you know, what do you start with? Do you start with the melodies first? Do you like to start with some synths, the drums?
Right.
What's the vibe like?
Man, I love that question because I'm such like a music nerd, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's real. I'm a studio rat, so like I just love being in the studio, just cooking. But I usually start with the melody. So maybe I might have a homie that sends me some loops, or I might be digging for samples. You know, I spend time sometimes where I'll just pick out sounds that sound interesting to me, and I'll make a folder just full of sounds, and then I'll just go ham in a week and just knock out like 20 joints fast. You know what I mean? So as a producer, you have to try to like really find a way to stay entertained and loving the shit, bro, because it can get stagnant. You know what I mean? You have to stay like just make sure you're having fun, bro. Like sometimes I might just sample for like 2 weeks straight, and you know it might not even place, but that shit is like what makes me happy. And then I'll do like a hips record where it's like 3 sounds, you know, no samples, and you just never know where it's gonna come from.
Definitely, man. That's dope. That's dope. I love to hear like the creative process from like artists to producers because they all have like something different. You know, like some producers like to start with like melodies, beats, whatever.
Right.
You know, and
I feel
songs.
like I feel like the emotion of the record is in the melody. So if you have a good melody that catches someone's emotion, then the drums are easy, bro. Like that's easy to do, you know.
Yeah, that comes right after.
Hell
Talk,
yeah, put some hi-hats on it. You can.
yeah. Talk to me about this. I'm reading it right now. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, you are Dominicano, Ecuadoriano, Latino. You know,
Right.
NYC representative. Um, you were in the studio with El Alfa, right?
Right.
What's up with that? Like, what you got cooking there?
I mean, if you do your research, it's out there, bro. Like, I don't want to give too much sauce away, but we got shit in the stash, bro. And he actually hit me when he heard hips. He wants to hop on hips, so you never know. But
oh shit,
it was love, bro. Like, so I don't know if you're familiar with what's the name of the studio? It's Jimi Hendrix studio.
Okay.
Oh, Electric Lady.
Okay.
Electric Lady in Soho. So we were in the studio at Electric Lady. It was Ferg, Alfa, some other people, and just the energy in the room, bro. Like it felt like something special, dogs. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. So yeah, man, just having him hit me and be like, yo, I heard the record. That shit is crazy. Like starts flowing for me over the phone. Like I would have never thought that dudes of that caliber would be reaching out, bro. I'm just gonna come all the way clean. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. That's like
hopefully we put some shit out, bro, because we've been working. So
that's dope, and I can't wait to see what you guys got cooked up. For
he's
sure.
a beast in the studio too, bro. He's very meticulous. And he knows what he's doing. He ain't no slouch, bro. He's on it. Like he's on it. Like he knows what he wants on the beat. He knows how to structure it. So I picked up some gems from him, bro.
Okay, is there any other Latin artists you're working with right now, or is that the only one that you can
There's
talk
a
about?
few. I'm sending stuff out, reggaeton, trap, but like in this shit, bro, like until the paperwork is signed, you might as well just stay shut because like you just never know what happens, bro. We might get hit with another corona, who knows? But I'm cooking, bro, and I've been doing a lot of reggaeton and just trying to live in that space to really just kind of balance it out, and just try to attack both markets,
How do you balance that out? How do you stay so versatile with the sounds, like from hip hop to world music, reggaeton? Like how do you balance that out?
I have to I'll dedicate like specific time for it. So I might just take like a week to just do like reggaeton stuff, and I might just listen when I'm doing that. I'm just listening to that stuff. So if I'm in the gym, if I'm riding bike, I'm listening. I'm paying attention. I'm listening. I'm writing down tempos. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm really paying attention to how long the verses are. When do you drop the drums? All that, because all that shit is important. So I can't do both at the same time. That's just like my mind don't work that way. But yeah, I'll just give certain time to certain things. You know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah, for sure. I feel that. I feel like if you're in hip hop mode, you can't really hop into like the reggaeton shit real quick. You
Like I
know,
can't be doing like dirty boom bap shit and then make
yeah.
like a don't beat right after, you know?
I feel you. I feel you. Yo, so
Yeah.
we're talking about quarantine. You know, you talking about Corona and shit. Um, how has this time affected you, like creative wise? Like, has it affected you? Like, is there more time in the studio for you? Do you like to be more hands on? So, what's the vibe like with that?
It's definitely affected the business, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like no sessions going on. You know, it's a little bit more distant. Um, Creatively though, it hasn't really affected me, to be honest. It's been the same type of vibe, you know. Just like I mostly cook up at home. Sometimes I go to the stew if we have a session, but for the majority of the time, I'm in the crib cooking. But it really made me like lock into my brand, bro, and really just pay attention to how to market myself and how to really focus in on Frankie P, the brand, you know, because
Yeah.
like without this, like, you know, this shit gets hectic, bro. You're sending packs over here. You got to meet this guy over here. You got to do this paperwork, and shit gets overwhelming, man. So it really gave me time to like just write shit down, like get some goals in order, and really just map shit out, bro. And like, you know, I'm little by little, I'm making it happen. But you know, it's unfortunate, but it really made me like lock in and just really get on my brand.
No, definitely. It's important. You got to build your brand. I mean, you've been doing your thing. You've been low key, not low key, but you've been there, and now
Right.
you trying to expand that. And it's
Of
important
course.
for an artist producer to do that.
Yeah, all producers need to focus on their brand, focus on your thing, bro, because you're an artist as well. You know what I mean? So,
What are some artists that I might not know of that are on your radar?
I got my homie Deli. He's out of Harlem. New artist. He's bubbling. And we have a lot of new music coming out real soon. We're also developing an artist named Antha under a conglomerate called Sewer Sounds, which is Ferg's. Ferg is a part of it as well. Um, I got my homie Slater from New York as well. We just dropped a song called Location. There's a video for that on YouTube. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You know, that
Dope.
I can think of off the top of my head.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
What are the
a
plans?
lot of shit, bro.
Well, nah, hey, I'm gonna tap in because I don't know none of those, so I need to tap in.
Hell
And
yeah,
I like to ask artists that too because they might have a different type of radar. You guys live in a
right,
different type of thing. Different type
for
of
sure,
mindset. So
for sure.
I might not know that, so I'm gonna tap in with that. You know.
I'll send you some links.
All right, for sure.
Yeah,
2020 is like it's damn near a wrap already. We've been
right.
quarantined, we've been chilling. What are your plans for the rest of the year? For the brand, for Frankie P, the producer, and everything.
More placements on the way for sure. I have stuff coming out, but I really want to lock into my own projects, bro, and really just focus on my own situations, my own, you know, compilations, and really just treat myself like an artist, bro, and really put music out independently. Um, for sure, more placements, more samples, and just trying to stay active, bro. I'm learning now with this is like a lot of consistency. You got to stay in people's faces. You have to constantly be like,
Yeah,
what I'm saying. So it's just, and to do that, you have to be constantly working and constantly, you know, making plays, bro. So,
yeah.
but I definitely want to lock in. You're gonna hear more music from me, like me as an artist, not just rap. I'm not gonna rap and shit. Like that's not really me, but like the producer being on the forefront, you know.
Yeah. No, for sure. Have you started working on the compilations, a little EP or
I got records. I got records. I just gotta really lock in the stew, bro. Like I'm a
okay.
stew. I can knock out 5 records in a day, easy, 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 man. So once you know quarantine kind of slows down, which it seems like it is, you know, I can lock in with that stuff.
No, for sure. I'm excited to hear that. I'm excited to see your growth. I'm
Thank you,
excited to
bro.
see where you take it from here. When it's all said and done, when you're like, yeah, I'm done with this. I got my Grammys, I got my plaques, whatever it is.
Right.
You know,
Hell
what's
yeah, it's like just building a legacy, man, and just
yeah.
brick by brick, man.
What's the legacy you want to leave behind?
Wow. I wanna be like the Dominican Diddy, bro. Like
Woo!
I wanna be like the new Puff Daddy, bro. Real shit. like like I'm blessed to have worked with so many amazing artists so far. You know what I mean? And like it feels like it's just the beginning. You know what I mean? So I want to work with labels. I want to do A&Ring. I want to do all of that once all the chips are placed where they need to be. Like that's the goal, bro. Like legacy, just leaving a body of work that speaks for itself. You know what I mean?
Definitely, bro. Yo, man, it's been an honor to talk to you, bro. Like, you know, like I said, you've been working with a lot of artists, and obviously after this conversation, I see that you got great ideas and great plans for yourself, and
Thank you, bro.
I can't wait to see those flourish, bro. Because
Appreciate that.
I feel the vibe, and I feel like you got it going on, my G.
Thank you, dog. That means a lot, bro. You in tune, so I know that, you know, coming from you, that's real shit.
Thank you, G. Thank you, G. This is the check-in. I'm DC. That's Frankie P. RITMO, CULTURA, Rhythm and Culture. We out.